These are the times that Giannis Antetokounmpo shocked the world. Starting it all off with the time Giannis proved his worth to the Milwaukee Bucks and the entire league as a whole. Just watching this clip, you could tell how different Giannis looked back then before his dominance became consistent. This was just one of the first times that the community really got a glimpse of the man that he would become. And of course, it just happened to be against the New York Knicks.
Hardaway Jr. spins on Giannis. Giannis blocks him. Behind the back, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Holy moly!
I say that it was against the Knicks because Giannis seems to always take his game to the next level when he's playing them. Or at least, he always puts his opponents on the highlight reel in these matchups. Just take this game-winning shot as one of the many examples of this.
Lobs it, Antetokounmpo, 8 seconds, backs his way up, 5 seconds, Antetokounmpo's got to take a shot, 2 seconds, step back jumper, got it! Giannis Antetokounmpo, at the buzzer!
Despite heavy coverage with the game on the line, Giannis didn't even hesitate on the shot that he wanted to take. This was again early on in his career, and he wasn't a jump shooter at all, yet he found his spot and drilled the mid-range jumper to sink New York with the clock hitting 0. That clutch gene was certainly showing itself early on. Speaking of being clutch, Giannis certainly made sure to let the world know that he's exactly that during the biggest game of his NBA career. It was Game 6 in the NBA Finals against the Phoenix Suns, and he took his game to another level. This guy was knocking down bucket after bucket from all over the floor. He was hitting jump shots, dunking all over his opponents, and locking them down defensively throughout the entire game. When it was all said and done, Giannis won a championship with Milwaukee by dropping a career-high 50 points on the Suns in the process. Phoenix probably sees this man in their sleep after what he did to them in that series.
Just wanted to come and congratulate you guys as a man, as a coach. You guys deserved it.
Serge Ibaka probably had nightmares of his own about Giannis after he got crowned while attempting to block him at the rim during his Oklahoma City Thunder years. Ibaka had to have known what would have happened here. Antetokounmpo was flying down the lane and Euro-stepped Russell Westbrook with absolute ease. You would think that Ibaka would simply make the business decision to let the 2 points go, but that would have been too easy. Now, he's on video getting dunked on by a young Giannis, and with the left hand as well.
It makes it easier for a defense, correct?
Defensive back. Excuse me!
It's not just offense that Giannis dominates and shocks the world with, it's defense as well. Just like how Ibaka made the poor decision to attempt to block Giannis, number 7 in this clip made the bad choice of trying to attack him at the rim.
And right now, this fourth quarter, beginning to take shape.
Antetokounmpo was doing everything at this point, and when it came to taking the Detroit Pistons on in the postseason, he knew that he had to play both ends of the floor. None of that compares to this next play, as Giannis literally ripped the heart out of Portland Trail Blazers fans across the world. Portland led by just 1 point with 15 seconds left, and CJ McCollum was just trying to hold on to the ball and force a foul. That was when Antetokounmpo went ahead and did this. Not only did he poke the ball away at the biggest stage of the game, but he outran everybody and slammed it down hard on the other end with just a few seconds left to take the lead by 1 point.
And a piece of his jersey, no whistle. Take away. Giannis from Brandon. Giannis Antetokounmpo has 44.
Giannis has a tendency to make plays that completely change the outcome of that particular matchup. In the NBA Finals against the Suns, they were being thoroughly outplayed. It looked like it might get worse right before the first half ended, but then Giannis completely flipped the momentum after one play. Mikal Bridges must have just felt like Andre Iguodala after getting swatted off the backboard like this in the NBA Finals. You gotta believe that LeBron James was somewhere grinning ear to ear after watching Giannis do exactly what he did all these years later. As for Bridges, he probably didn't find it funny.
It puts too much pressure on your defense. Hall deflects it. Crowder to Bridges. Bridges up inside. Blocked by Antetokounmpo. What a recovery.
Then again, who could blame him? Now, Tim Hardaway had to have found this next play comical, at least a little bit. Giannis and the Bucks were playing the Knicks when Chris Middleton racked up a steal to start a fast break opportunity. As you could have probably guessed, Antetokounmpo trailed closely behind as he flew down the floor to keep pace with his teammate. The ending went a little differently than you would think, though.
Oh, hell no!
That's right, Giannis literally jumped clean over a 6-foot basketball player en route to a huge dunk for his team.
Knocked away and stolen. Here's Middleton. Giannis trailing the lob. Oh!
Remember when we said earlier that Phoenix fans and players must be having nightmares about the dominance Giannis and the Bucks showed in the NBA Finals? Well, here's just yet another example of what he did to them in this series. Up by just 2 points with 1 minute left in a pivotal Game 5. Giannis read the play perfectly. and stopped DeAndre Ayton at the rim from finishing a perfect alley-oop lob from Booker. The denial wound up stealing the game for the Bucks as they eventually won the series in Game 6. To this day, people still can't process that Giannis block.
Now Booker with Tucker on him. Throws it up for Ayton. Shot blocked by Antetokounmpo.
Now, I know, we've shown a lot from that final series against the Suns, but these are just plays that we can't ignore when talking about the times he shocked the world. Just watch as Giannis sprinted down the floor with 15 seconds left in Game 5 to catch a beautiful alley-oop to seal a game for good. Despite getting full-on pushed by Chris Paul as a last-second attempt of desperation, it just happened to be a little too late. Giannis still caught it and slammed it down to extend their lead at the biggest stage of the game.
Knocked away and stolen by Holiday. Phoenix has to foul. And Antetokounmpo throws it down.
If you happen to be a fan of the Boston Celtics, you might as well just look away as well, because these next two shocking plays come against your team. And this first one was a brutal poster dunk all over Al Horford, right in the middle of a playoff series as well. Milwaukee had home court when Giannis threw it down on Horford.
When the game is this close, the more easy baskets you get, the better up. There you go.
Oh, he caught a body.
With 4 minutes left, a play like this just crushes the other team mentally down the stretch. Baynes has unfortunately been on the wrong end of a number of posters in his career, but Antetokounmpo didn't care about that. He went for the kill blow regardless. Giannis threw the ball down so hard on Baynes that he fell down to the ground with all the force that he had put into the dunk. And well, Baynes, he simply turned around with his head down and started running down the court thinking, damn, I'm gonna be all over the highlight reels tonight.
And if you notice, there's room now to manipulate inside the mid-range.
Oh!
If you still don't think that Antetokounmpo can be considered a train when he's running towards the rim, then let this next play be the deciding factor for you. Because two Indiana Pacers players still weren't enough to even slow him down on a drive to the basket. Just imagine that still image of Giannis slamming it down on these two players on a t-shirt. It'd be an insane piece of clothing. It doesn't matter which players attempt to go ahead and slow him down. Giannis can dunk on anybody that attempts to get in his way, no matter how tall or physically imposing they are. Just ask Taco Fall, because he figured that out the hard way. Fall tried his best to at least stand in his way as he drove to the rim, but it didn't matter at the end of the day. Giannis had him backtracking all the way to the rim before jumping up and slamming it down all over his head.
First point tonight for Fallers. Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Remember the time Giannis shattered this man's dreams as he thought he would finish off a beautiful alley-oop dunk? Well, just watch what Antetokounmpo does when he realizes the play that's unfolding in front of him.
Here's Kitty with the alley. Coming over Giannis!
Damn, Giannis! I don't even think you can grasp how difficult it is to pull off what he just did, and with the speed at which these guys were going at. He made up so much ground in a span of 2 seconds before blocking this dude. This man's truly a special and generational player. Here's a couple of honorable mentions for all the keyboard warriors that are gonna race to the comment section saying we missed this dunk or that block. We get it.
Antetokounmpo, Trummins on him. Step back three for the tie. Got it! Got it! Giannis ties the game and becomes the Bucks all-time. Erling Brown out of SMU and deep to Antetokounmpo. Oh my goodness! Wow!
They have enough. And a steal by Antetokounmpo. He's got Parker with him. Whoa! He jammed it.
It has been incredible. Here he comes again. Oh, goodness. And a great basketball guy.
This man Giannis had so many special moments that have shocked the world, and without a doubt, he'll have many more to come. We'll probably have to make a video of him humiliating players, just like LeBron James has been his entire 20-year career.